wife was seriously ill and needed to get home, and it was going to be, a camel ride to a motorcycle ride to a little puddle jumper, and somewhere along the line a Catholic nun was transporting him, and she said, "Would you like us to pray for your wife?" And he said, "Yes, I would." And she pulled out a little book and she said, "Okay, tomorrow morning at 11:20, we'll make an appointment to pray." He said, I was a little bit offended because I wanted her to pray right then. But then I realized she took prayer seriously. So seriously that she would make an appointment to pray. And he said, I was on the plane on the final leg at 11:20. And I knew there was a whole bunch of nuns praying for me and my wife. Jesus came to this place after the Passover Seder to pray. To pray long and hard. And sometimes we rush our prayer and do it until we run out of words, and then we're often done. Jesus prayed long and hard so that it was past his words, so that he could listen to God's word. I want you to think this morning of someone maybe who you know who needs someone to pray with them and for them, to be a partner with them. We go quickly to people who have medical needs, but I think there are other kinds of needs that are often unnoticed. Jesus' need was not readily apparent. So who do you know that needs some prayers, that's in a time of anguish or struggle back home? Maybe it's a single parent who's trying to make it through life. Maybe it's someone who's struggling with decisions about their career or their call to ministry, or think of someone you know. And at the end of the service, I will give you a time to pray for them, to pray long and hard for them. I invite you to go back over to where the olive trees are. Maybe when you go home, you can say to that person, while I was in Gethsemane, where Jesus prayed, I partnered and prayed with you and for you. Jesus came here after the Passover Seder. We're so quick to criticize the disciples because they couldn't stay awake, but you need to know that was like a Thanksgiving meal. And as part of that meal, you have to have at least 4 glasses of wine. There was a reason they talk about the flesh wasn't willing. It was hot. Hear how Mark tells us that story. They went to a place called Gethsemane. And Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death, he said to them. Stay here and keep watch. Going a little further, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible the hour might pass from him. Abba, Father, he said, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me. Yet not what I will, but what you will. Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. Simon, he said to Peter, are you asleep? Could you not watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray so you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak. Once more he went away and prayed the same thing. When he came back, he again found them sleeping because their eyes were heavy. They did not know what to say to him. Returning a third time, he said to them, are you still sleeping and resting? Enough. The hour has come. Look, the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. Here comes my betrayer. Just as he was speaking, Judas, one of the 12, appeared. With him was a crowd of armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the elders. Now the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him and lead him away under guard. Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, Rabbi, and kissed him. And the men seized Jesus and arrested him. Let us sing Journey to Gethsemane. Journey to Gethsemane, oh, and feel the tender's heart, your Redeemer's conflict see, watch the anguish of his heart, do not hide or turn away. God, forgive us for those times when we have left you and abandoned you and given into the flesh and not been faithful in our work. Remind us of how great your love is for each one of us, that you endured difficulty of death so that we might know resurrection. Be mindful of those cases where we take prayer too casually. We make it a list. We give you a perfect life. And open us to be those who learn to listen, pray long and hard for ourselves and for those we love and know